For Mandalay Casino and Resort at Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas, it's the Geary, Stein, and Steven Show with your co-host Troy Geary, and yes, even Will Stein is here. And of course, your host, fresh off his one-man legless tribute to Elvis Presley, the hardest working man in show business this week, Dave Stevens.
Yeah, there I am in my golden Elvis duds here, and
I
of
like
course,
that.
hey, a little flair of
That's
Elvis.
a good entrance.
That's
I like
my
that.
legless Elvis impersonation.
It's beautiful.
You're Carrot Top, I'm No Bottom. That's my new act.
Geez.
So. All right, we're spending a little time. I love if you can make a comedian laugh. That's a win-win for me. But Scott Thompson joining us, better known as Carrot Top, and Scott. Are you the mayor of Vegas?
I'm not officially the mayor. No, yes, I'm not officially the mayor. People always say to me that I could be. Like, you should be the mayor of Vegas. Yeah, I might be too much to respond. I might have to get up early for that job. Like, this week,
you've been up early all week.
And this week has been tough. That's why I'm losing my voice. I normally get up. I work at night. I'm not a morning guy, so I've been getting.
You and I were hanging out at opening night, and then you go and you perform.
I mean, yeah.
How are you able to go all day and then give that effort at night in your act?
I know I'm blessed to have it's fun. I love my job. I love the fact that the energy's there when I get to the showroom, even if I'm exhausted, the people, the energy that the crowd gives you, you get into this moment, and it makes it easy, makes it fun.
But it's almost like doing the same the guys that do the same songs over and over.
Sure.
How do you keep it fresh?
Well, because I sing a different Barry Manilow song every night. I do
old songs or Copacabana
what's the one I love? In fact, I was going to do that tonight. I was going to say, "I've been alive forever," and then I'm stuck on a inhaler because his days have been long. But it's fun. I get but that's the luxury of being a comic and have my own show. I can kind of change it as I want, so I can always have fresh jokes and new things, topical things, but talking about the Super Bowl, talking about whatever's happening.
Now, is it tough? And I know a lot of comedians go, "Oh, he does gags. He's not a real comedian," or "He's a ventriloquist. He's not a real comedian." I mean, you're a comedian, and I think you've worked hard to get that craft. So, do you still feel like people don't take you?
No, I don't think that used to be more of a stigma that they had about me. I think I've been doing it so long now. It's like I said, now they invite me to the barbecues, but I've been doing it for 40 years. So, but I bet if they label me as a prop comic, I never have had a problem with that. People say, "Does that offend you?" Like, no, I think that's how I started out. I had my props, but the show has evolved. I mean, there's definitely a lot of more storytelling, and there's a lot of video stuff. There's actually a lot of stuff that I get a punchline joke out of with a video wall behind me, as opposed to me holding up something or even saying it. So there's a lot of ways to get the punchline out without just a prop or something.
And you've evolved so much over the years as far as your looks and how funny you are, and the brand of comedy that you bring, and that beautiful red mane that you've got in there. Today's a little combination of Carrot Top and Steven Tyler, I think.
It's a little. People said this earlier. They said I'm very Johnny Deppy. I take that as a compliment. If I look like Johnny Depp.
Well, I have to ask Scott. Last year, I did stand-up comedy. Well, for me, it's sit-down comedy. But I was here in Vegas. I did the very first show I've ever done. They asked me to do 15 minutes. I did 25.
Oh, wow.
But it was the hardest thing I've ever, and I played college football, minor league baseball, the Olympics. Doing comedy was the hardest thing I've ever done. First off, coming out with no legs and the audience freaking out, going, "Are we supposed to laugh?" And then once they had started to embrace the humor, and mostly it was about me not having legs, how my dick drags the ground when I walk, those kind of things. And I had a couple of little notes on the bottom of my skateboard that I flipped over to help me, but, they said, do 25 instead of 15, so I'm throwing in some ad libs, but overall it was exciting and fun. And my friend said, I'd love you to watch and critique it someday.
I would love to.
It's so hard to do, and I don't think people realize
that could be a funny opening line when you walk out next time in Vegas. Say, "I never be part of a David Copperfield trick." Like he cut,
or it went wrong.
Right.
Or I was
never be a volunteer and it went wrong.
It was a tragic Siegfried and Roy accident one day. I was feeding the tigers and chomp.
Jesus.
Here I go. So how long do you want to do this? I mean,
another 20 minutes and then I'm done.
Okay, well, yes, but how long's your tenure been now?
I've been here for 18 years, and we just signed a 5-year extension, so we'll be here till whatever I'm bad at math. That's why I'm a comic. 20 something, 30, something like that. I'll be dead by then, but my contract is up in 6 years. So.
But do you ever want to do
House
something
arrest.
more? Acting, singing, anything? I mean, is there anything?
Oh no, I love it all. I mean, I can't sing, but I love doing movies. I've been in a few movies. A couple of movies are coming out. I did they're still coming out. I did something for an HBO show called Hacks. That's coming out. Yeah, I love doing. It's fun. Even doing something like this. It's just a different energy than it is. The movies you kind of do a bit and you wait 2 years to find out if it was funny. And in comedy, you find out in about a second, or split second, whether it's funny or not. So it's a whole different thing.
Okay, what are the stupidest questions? Because I was around a guy that was just hammering you. He wanted you to say something about the Dolphins, and what are some of the dumbest questions you've gotten this week?
Well,
besides mine,
is my hair real? I mean, is my hair real? I think it's real. It's not a wig. Like, wouldn't I not pick a better wig if I was to pick a wig? I think I could have picked a better one. So yeah. The hair is real. I've had the same hair since I started. I mean, I have some stuff tied in it because I got bored. My niece said, let's put some blue in there or pink because it was Breast Awareness Month. So I put pink in there, and then she said, well, let's add some blue. So I said, why not add blue? And how about so let's make it rainbow. So let's make my head rainbow.
And I've been putting the patches on my face for Birkin Awareness Month. So nice. It's been working for me. So. Your fans still love you. I know you're turning.
Some of them do. I think they still love me. My fans I have the best fans in the world. I really do. I mean, I started in 1985, and they're still around. I mean, it's amazing. That's what keeps it going is the fan base,
And we talk about the Scott Thompson transformation. How do you stay in shape? You're still looking good. I know we're both
every day
35,
someone
but
punches me
still
twice in the arm, and I just stay swollen. No, I go to the gym. I actually go to the gym. I know comics aren't supposed to go to the gym, right?
That's
like
not
the
funny.
Cardinal rule, like you're a comedian. Why are you at a gym? You're a comedian, and I always thought that was weird. Like, why not stay in shape? Even if you're a comic, I run around on stage a lot, so you have to stay in shape.
Well, how about comedy as a whole? How it's changed?
Just stop. I was in Los Angeles working out one time at a gym, and some guy walked up and asked him if my muscles were real, and I said, real in what way? And he says, like, that's not a joke. He said, are your biceps implants? And I thought, you know what? Only in Los Angeles would someone ask you that. Like, what the? Yeah, these are implants. I had someone put them in. Like, no, I worked out for these things. But yeah, only in LA.
Well, how do you stay relevant when it comes to comedy has changed? You can't make fun of certain people.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't say I'm Forrest Gump. I can't do those kind of things.
Unfortunately, I've been 40 years of comedy, and I have seen it change. And I go back and I look at some of the things that I used to do on even network shows like the Tonight Show on NBC or Regis and Kathy Lee. And if I go back and relook at I probably would not be allowed to do that. So that has changed, and you just kind of have to change with the time. You just kind of come up with things that will work, and it does. There is times where I'm like, man,
you're doing Michael Jackson or something.
I miss the old days where I could do something where I could not
put a glove on,
yelled at, or something. But yeah, there definitely comedy has changed.
All right, I know you got to go. So can we get a quick prediction? You have any interest or skin in the game?
The red team. Totally, the red team's going to win this, right? There's 2 red teams. I made red. No one had red. Every president had blue. I'm the only one that knows red. So that's Trump with a cold. So let me tell you, I have a Trump with a bad cold. Carrot tops are orange. They're not orange. They're green. Top of a carrot's green. This doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I think the prediction is going to be tough because they're both really, honestly good teams, right? Yeah. And they are both red. So.
All right, we'll
wear a red T-shirt and you won't get beat up in the parking lot.
There you go. Well, it's so great to have Scott here.
I'll leave you on one last thing I thought of since I've been here. So they're going to put the stadium's going to hold. They're going to put 70,000 people in Allegiant Stadium, right? 70,000 people in there with one usher. Good luck.
And we'll end on that note, Scott. Great to see you. Thanks again, as always, for being such a good sport and stopping by. He's heading off. Scott, always the best to listen to. That is Carrot Top, and the man is just funny. Even when he's not funny, he's funny. So really appreciate him stopping by. This is Geary, Stein, and Stevens from Radio Row. I don't know who's coming up best, but that was my highlight of the week. Thank you, Carrot Top, for joining us. Thank you guys for supporting and following us. This is Geary, Stein, and Stevens live from Radio Row, Mandalay Bay.
Thank you for watching the Geary, Stein, and Steven show from Super Bowl 58. You can watch all of the episodes at yourhometv.com or download the Your Home TV app on Roku. Follow the boys on all social media and podcast apps.